Miss Matler's class will be performing the story Anansi and the Moss-Covered Rock, retold by Eric A. Kimmel, music arrangements by Karen Medley. Once upon a time, Anansi the spider was walking through the forest when something caught his eye. It was a strange moss-covered rock. How interesting! Isn't this a strange moss-covered rock?
Everything went black. Down fell Anansi, senseless. An hour later, Anansi woke up. His head was spinning. He wondered what had happened.
I was walking along the path when something caught my eye. I stopped and said, "Isn't this a strange moss-covered rock?" Down fell Anansi again, but this time when he woke up an hour later, he knew what was happening. Ah, this is a magic rock. Whenever anyone comes along and says the magic words, "Isn't this a strange down he goes. This is a good thing to know, and I know just how to use it.
So Anansi went walking through the forest until he came to a lion's house. Lion was sitting on his porch. At his feet was a basket of yams. Anansi loved yams, but he was too lazy to dig them up himself.
Hello, Lion. It is very hot today. Don't you think so?
Yes, Anansi, it is terribly hot.
I'm going for a walk in the cool forest. Would you like to come?
I certainly would.
So Lion and Anansi went walking through the forest. After a while, Anansi led Lion to a certain place. Lion, do you see what I see?
Oh, yes, Anansi. Isn't this a strange moss-covered rock?
Down fell a lion. Anansi went back to Lion's house and made off with Lion's yams. An hour later, Lion woke up. His head was spinning. Anansi was nowhere in sight, and when he got home, he found that every single one of his yams was gone. Lion was very sad, but Anansi was very happy. He couldn't wait to play his trick again.
Once more, Anansi went walking through the forest. This time he stopped at Elephant's house. Elephant was sitting on his porch. At Elephant's feet was bunches of bananas. Anansi loved bananas, but he was much too lazy to pick them himself. Hello, Elephant. It is very hot today. Don't you think so?
Yes, Anansi, it is terribly hot.
I'm going for a walk in the cool forest. Would you like to come?
That sounds nice. Thank you for inviting me, Anansi.
So Elephant and Anansi went walking through the forest. After a while, Anansi led Elephant to a certain place. Elephant, do you see what I see?
Oh, yes, Anansi. Isn't this a strange moss-covered rock?
Down fell Elephant. Anansi ran back to Elephant's house and made off with Elephant's bananas. An hour later, Elephant woke up. His head was spinning. Anansi was nowhere in sight, and when he got home, he found that every single one of his bananas was gone. Elephant was very sad. Anansi was very happy. He couldn't wait to play his trick again.
Once more, Anansi went walking through the forest. This time he stopped at Zebra's house. Zebra was sitting on his porch. At Zebra's feet was a basket of oranges. Anansi loved oranges, but he was much too lazy to pick them himself. Hello, Zebra. It is very hot today. Don't you think so?
Yes, Anansi, it is terribly hot.
I'm going for a walk in the cool forest. Would you like to come?
That sounds nice, and thank you for inviting me, Anansi.
So Zebra and Anansi went walking through the forest. After a while, Anansi led Zebra to a certain place. Zebra, do you see what I see?
Oh, yes, Anansi. Isn't this a strange moss-covered rock?
Down fell a zebra. Anansi ran back to the zebra's house and made off the zebra's oranges. An hour later, Zebra woke up. His head was spinning. Anansi was nowhere in sight, and when he got home, he found that every single one of his oranges was gone. Zebra was very sad. Anansi was very happy. He couldn't wait to play trick again.
Once more, Anansi went walking through the forest. This time he stopped at Giraffe's house. Giraffe was sitting on his porch. At Giraffe's feet was a basket of pineapples. Anansi loved pineapples, but he was too lazy to pick them himself. Hello, Giraffe. It is very hot today. Don't you think so?
Yes, Anansi, it is terribly hot.
I'm going for a walk in the cool forest. Would you like to come?
Yes, I would like that, Anansi.
So Giraffe and Anansi went walking through the forest. After a while, Anansi led Giraffe to a certain place. Giraffe, do you see what I see?
Oh, yes, Anansi. Isn't this a strange moss-covered rock? Down fell a giraffe. Anansi ran back to the giraffe's house and made off with giraffe's pineapples. An hour later, Giraffe woke up. His head was spinning. Anansi was nowhere in sight, and when he got home, he found that every single one of his pineapples was gone. Giraffe was very sad. Anansi was very happy. He couldn't wait to play his trick again.
But all this time, watching from behind the vines was Little Bush Deer. Little Bush Deer is small and shy and very hard to see. She watched Anansi play his wicked trick again and again on all the other animals.
I think it is time that Anansi should learn his lesson. I'm going to play a trick of my own on Anansi the spider.
So off went Little Bush Deer. She went deep into the forest where the coconut trees grow. Little Bush Deer climbed the coconut tree and threw down a great many coconuts.
Now I will take these back to my porch and wait for Anansi.
In a little while, along came Anansi. Anansi's eyes lit up when he saw the basket of coconuts on Little Bush Deer's porch. Anansi loved coconuts, but he was much too lazy to gather coconuts himself. Hello, Little Bush Deer. It is so hot today.
It is very hot, Anansi.
I'm going for a walk in the cool forest. Would you like to come?
Yes, I would.
So Anansi and Little Bush Deer went walking in the cool forest. After a while, Anansi led Little Bush Deer to a certain place.
Little Bush Deer, look over here. Do you see what I see? Little Bush Deer knew all about Anansi's trick.
No, Anansi, I don't see anything.
You must see it. Look very carefully.
No, I still don't see anything.
You must see it. Look over here. Look right where I am pointing. Do you see it now?
No, Anansi.
You see it. You just don't want to say it.
Say what?
You know.
Is that what I'm supposed to say?
Yes.
All right, then. I will say it to make you happy. You know. There. I said it. Are you satisfied?
No. You're not supposed to say, you know.
What am I supposed to say?
You're supposed to say, isn't this a strange moss-covered rock?
Down fell Anansi.
Little Bush Deer ran and got all the other animals. Together they went to Anansi's house and took back all the good things he had stolen from them.
An hour later, Anansi woke up. His head was spinning. Little Bush Deer was nowhere in sight, and when he got home, he found that his house was as empty as it was before.
But if you think Anansi learned his lesson, you're mistaken, because he is still playing tricks to this very day.